Hello there, everybody. Okay, I lied about this chapter. Okay, it doesn't really reveal why Jeff said master, but that's why I'm going to make a video after this, and I might upload it when I upload this one, but that's an if, because I have another video in mind after this one, and then I'll explain the whole thing later. Okay, so, this is chapter 4, and I actually, almost rewrote this chapter, because I actually started writing it, and I labeled it wrong. Instead of putting here, I said, I'm her. So, yeah. Let's get started, shall we? Okay. Night Terror Nebula looked at the filly on the floor. He sighed, startling her. I'm sorry, she stammered. I just didn't want to bother you. She stood up with tears still in her eyes. Listen, I'm sorry, the king said, sounding ashamed of his actions. I just didn't know, and please don't resent me for what I've done. The king almost cried, but he held back his tears. Why would I resent you, sir? The filly backed away from him, afraid of being punished for being in the room. I'm your He was cut off by a familiar voice behind him. My lord, your brother Artemis wishes to speak with you. Now. Ethel was behind him, looking annoyed by Midnight's presence. Hold on. Are you ordering me to do something? Anger flared in Night Terror's eyes as he spun around to face his advisor. Not really, your highness, but still. Don't waste your time with this stupid brat. Midnight whimpered quietly as tears streamed down her face. The king's anger grew. His eyes became a dark red color and glowed in the darkness. His mane flowed upward, and he bared his razor-sharp teeth. How dare you call her a brat? Night Terror yelled, using his royal Canterlot voice. With a jolt of dark magic, Ethel was flung across the room, coughing up blood all over the floor. The king's anger faded, and he returned to normal. He turned around to see the filly with her jaw dropped. She looked up about to thank him. However, Artemis came in the room and got his brother's attention. Brother, Artemis called, I need to talk to you now. Night Terror sighed and trotted away from Ethel. Midnight ran after him, not wanting to hear Ethel's pain or see the blood. As the two adults spoke, Midnight's mind raced. She had never seen any pony do that, especially not for her. She smiled warmly as Artemis flew off. The king turned to the girl with a smile on his face. He had never smiled at her before, even though it was an awkward smile. It was still a smile. Didn't you want to tell me something? Midnight asked. Oh, yeah. It's sort of hard to say, but I'm your I'm your father, the king finally muttered. Midnight was shocked. Her look of shock faded into a warm smile. You're my dad? She jumped up, screaming in the air. I have a family! The filly bounced around him with pure joy. He had never felt happier. Nightmare opened the door. Hi, honey, I'm... Midnight stopped jumping and fell flat on her face. He picked her up and set her on the bed gently. Did I miss something? Slendy poked his head into the room. Oh, hi, master. Slendermane said before slipping away back down the hall. The sun was rising, and they all laid down. The filly scooched closer to the stallion until her head was against his chest. Nightmare was extremely confused about the sudden friendly actions. She looked at her husband questionably. What are you hiding, huh? Nightmare leaned closer. Oh, Jeff told me she is our daughter. So, yeah. He said a bit awkward. Her eyes shot open, her pupils became the size of a pea. She's a daughter! Nightmare screamed in horror. Midnight shot up. What's wrong? She asked, rubbing her eyes. Nightmare grabbed her and squeezed the filly tight. Okay, you can stop. Can't breathe. Nightmare released her. Midnight gasped for air. Finally, they all fell asleep. A happy family. For now. Dun dun dun. Chapter end. I actually put dun dun dun. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, and, today, I went to get paint. And in the summer sometime, I'm actually going to make Midnight. I actually have an extra alicorn pony, and I'm going to turn that pony into Midnight. So, yeah, everybody, thanks for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this very sucky chapter of I'm Here. Yeah. You're gonna see why it's called I'm Here. It actually unravels into that, but you'll understand later. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Cherry After Dark, and see you all later. Goodbye.